Warning, this video is not targeted to kids and may be inappropriate to younger audiences. Your discretion is advised. Hello, dudes and dudettes. It's your favorite Regent Gamer Mixer 17 here, and I am back once again for another Minecraft Lessons. Wow, it's good to say that again. Anywho, basically, oh look, it's my logo. Anywho, as clearly from the title, I'll be going over the banners. So ain't this gonna be just fun? Well, anywho. So, first of all, in order to begin the process of the banner, there's a few things I need to go over. So for one thing, when it comes to banners, banners can be used, or can be crafted really, by literally just a stick, there we go, and any color of, first of all, it has to be any color of wool that is the same. That's only if I actually find my wool. Am I blind? There we go. Any of these 16 different colors of wool has to be a total of 6 of them. They all have to be the same. So they can't be 2 different colors as such. That's how you make a banner, but even if one of them is thrown off, it won't work. So yeah, ensure that these banners are all under the same wool type before you end up trying to go create them. Secondly, there is a limited amount of layers, which I will be able to explain after during the process, that you could go up to, which I of course will be showing you shortly. And lastly, you could use any dye out of all 16 colors to use when it comes to making said banner. However, the design is completely up to you, and I will be only showing what designs there are and how to craft them. At least both crafting table and with a loom. Even though looms are a bit of a strange one. Now, let us begin. First of all, to start off with, we will just take any random die, any of these banners, and a series of random bits of objects. Specifically those objects being a oxeye daisy, whichever you'd like to pronounce it, a single brick, a creeper head, a wither skeleton skull, an enchanted apple, do not be mistaken from the golden apple, this is quite expensive, and vines. Not the thing that you get to see on YouTube or Vine or anything else. Now then, moving along. So, to work out all this, you simply just need, of course, the banner. Put one thing of dye. In this case, I'm just going to toss the whole thing because I'm going to be using all of these to use and create something. With this oxeye daisy, you get this simple little design here that kind of reminds me of a sun a bit. I forgot to grab more banners. I'm going to need a lot more. There we go. Anywho, so that was with the oxeye daisy. Next up, we have a brick, which is a whole lot more cheaper than it once was, because before it used to be a whole block of bricks, literally just a brick block. But now with a single brick, you can now make the white banner, or with whatever color banner, with any color of dye, specifically in this case a white banner with red dye, to make yourself this little pattern. I don't know exactly what to call it, except for, of course, the field masoned, I guess. By the way, the oxeye created the flower charge. These names are a bit strange. With the creeper head, you will get, of course, the creeper face, or the creeper charge, as it's called. Next up, the wither skeleton will actually give you a skull charge, or basically a skull and crossbones, which is pretty cool. if I do say so for myself. Anywho, the enchanted apple will give you a thing, which is, obviously you can tell it's a logo here. And lastly, vines will give you this little interesting pattern here that I don't know how to exactly describe, but we can call it the border indented. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Why not? Alright. And that is basically with the strange, peculiar items that you can randomly pick up. Now then, the other designs is a whole lot more complicated than that. So first of all, we got ourselves a diagonal. Now this diagonal can actually be created in a multitude of different ways, such as top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left, as shown right here. And basically it just requires 3 bits of die of whatever it is with the banner in center and throwing those things all around. It's strange, to say not the least. Next up, we got ourselves bottom border, if that makes sense. Or really, a third. Bottom third, if that makes sense. Next up, we got ourselves top third. By putting putting this into the crafting table as is. Yeah, some of this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but it's interesting to say none the least. Now then, if I'm not mistaken, the next one, yes, by putting it in this pattern order, which you have to be very specific with how you do all of these, it'll give you a line straight across. So in case you want that as well. And on top of that, you could also do this. Now, it doesn't look that different, but it's actually half of the whole banner, and not a third, as it was beforehand. You could also do this for the top. Actually, I'm going to put this here because I could also do this while I'm at it. That is to put the banner right here, and just simply put another line down, which will give you this type of... There's a lot of combinations to this. Next up, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it is there we go. Basically, a big old cross section of these two completely right there. And that's already all of those banners, and now I gotta pick up another one. Another one you can do is this, in fact, which is to go across diagonally, which will give you this little design here. Same thing for the other side. Keep in mind I'm doing this all on a controller still, and man, I have not played Minecraft on controller for so long, I forgot how this thing works. And of course, as I was trying to briefly show you, you could also create it as a cross section, making a big old X. And as briefly shown beforehand, you could also put corners, simple little corners, on all fours. Let me see if I could do this real quick. Here we go. There you have it. In all corners. There's a lot of combinations that you could do with just about any of these, which can come up with very interesting designs, to say none the least. Excuse me while I grab myself some more dyes. Alright, anywho, now then, back to the action. The next one that I could show is actually a very, very simple one. And that is just to take this. A simple red dot in the center. That's it. Another one that I can actually show is, where is it? Right here. A line on the other side, or on one side really, and then a line on the other side. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe you could do, nope, wishful thinking. However, if I'm not mistaken, you could do this, which will give you a simple diamond in the middle. And then, I believe, you could also do, nope, but you could do this, which by surrounding it, you can get yourself a simple border for your border needs, if that makes sense, which it probably doesn't. And then, I'm running out of space here. That's what. I'm telling you, there is a lot of combinations for this thing. Next up, we actually have, if I'm not mistaken, it is the other bit. Here we go. Which is a top little teeth-like thing that I really don't know what to call it. I know these all have names, but you can already tell that there's so many things. It's easier to remember potions than it is to remember this. Even though when it comes to potions, there's like 15 different types of potions. So yeah, there's a few more things. You can't do it to the side, sadly. So, sorry for anyone who wanted to do that. However, you could do this, if I'm not mistaken, which is to take any of these and give yourself a granite base. You could also do this on the other side. And I am running out of space here. And as briefly shown as well, you could also make a cone on both ends, in fact. Now let me just move all of these away, because I am running out of room here. I think it's raining over here in my place right now. Voila. Where did my banners go? I lost my banners. Oh, I think I really lost my banners. Huh. Well, shucks. I think I lost my banners. Oh well. Alright then. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is every single banner combination. Let me double check. Because let's see, we got all of these ones here, which is of course the cones, the granite, the stripes, all of these bits and stuff. Pretty sure there's another one I'm forgetting. Or not. I think that's every single one of them. Yeah, that looks about like every single one of them. Alrighty then. I just realized I am an idiot. I forgot the loom here will actually show me every single one there is in the whole crafting recipe. And there's actually one I'm forgetting, which is this little striped thing. Which... I thought I heard something strange. Anywho. Which is this little striped banner. And, yeah. Oh, and, of course, that one. I always forget those two different types. To make the more solid one is to just do that. My apologies, everyone. I forgot about that one. And of course its other variant. And finally the more tricky one, which is the banner. That one I've always had more of an issue of creating, due to the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, it is created by putting no, not this. Oh, finally. Found it. That wasn't that difficult now, was it? I can't believe it took me that many tries and that long to make me remember how to make this spanner. Okay, that was a bit of a disappointment. Anywho, but yes, that is just about every single pattern design that you can make within Minecraft itself. Just to do a bit of a show off case, if that makes sense. Showcase. Should I really put it? Nah, I'm not gonna put it in front of those, because those things are cool. This is what they look like. At least the first 6 that I'm missing one, aren't I? Oh, never mind. That's all of them. Wow. The first 5 that I ended up creating, which is the one with the bits and random pieces. The Oxy Daisy, the Brick, the Creeper, the Wither Skeleton, and the Enchanted Golden Apple. Now that we know those, great. Next up, we got all these other bits, which is so much. Let's take a look at them. Oh, we got this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one as well. You. Oh boy, this is gonna be a lot of back and forth. Oops. Yoink. Alrighty then. This one as well. I ran out of space. This one. That. I should really move this. I am so unprepared for this nonsense that is this lesson. This Minecraft lesson. I nearly got thrown off for a second there because I was about to say that doesn't make sense. No, that does. Finally, whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. There you go. The final 6. I'm actually running out of room now. Ta-da! There's every single combination capable of being made within the world of Minecraft, which is quite a lot of variants for you to end up picking and choosing, such as these types of designs that I just found on the internet and just randomly threw together. I'm like, alright, this works. I'm not even kidding about that. I literally saw these designs, I'm like, oh, these are so cool, how the heck did they make it? And I learned my lesson of how things work simply by a simple picture. That and a whole lot of testing and error, experimenting with a whole bunch of errors and success. Now then, the more complicated bit, which is this little thing. Now, technically, in the normal creative world, you automatically are given a few options, which are these. To take a better look at it, is there a way for me to get just a... No? Okay then. I'll probably have to make my own. Which is just to take one of these, such as this creeper, a banner. throw this in here, and then throw this in here. That's it. It'll give you that. What this does is basically it saves you a whole lot of, well, time. It saves you a whole lot more time than having to deal with, well, I mean, not really a whole lot of time, it just makes it a little more easier to create some of this stuff. How exactly it works is a bit more complicated than that, because to take this one into consideration, I think I've never actually seen this one. Oh, there you go. A snout. Yeah, some of these don't really make the most sense. There you go. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the way that some of this is actually made is by taking either the object or a specific design. In this case, I will do this one because this one looks awesome. You just grab design, or not. Oh, there you go. You grab whatever the heck it is you want to throw in there, a piece of paper, and you will get, well, that. The problem is, though, is that I've seen the case where you could put more than just that, such as the snout that we came across, and by default, the other things, never mind, just the snout is the strangest one. That you could end up throwing on there. However, for future reference, as it says right here, this banner actually holds quite a bit. Now, apparently, if I'm not mistaken, the way that has been done to the banners of today, that I can call them, is that it's changed quite a bit. In this case, you can actually do more than you previously could. As a white banner, that doesn't count as a layer. However, the red one does, and the cyan does. Throwing a bit of gray. So right now we have 4 layers. Previously, you could only go up to 6 layers, which is what I briefly mentioned, or up to 5, and time to throw in another layer. Really, should I do that? Should I really do that? No. Maybe I should just make something else like this. We're up to 6 now. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the whole thing of the amount of layers you can put on here, never mind, has stayed the same. It is only 6 layers still. However, that's only within Bedrock Edition, so yeah, who knows, maybe in the future you might be able to get yourself a few different layers. On top of that, sometime in the future you might be able to even throw in banners onto shields as an awesome design, because I don't think that's available as of this moment. All you would simply do is just take a shield and throw on a banner in here. Sadly, doesn't work. There is a mod though. Do I recommend the mod? Not really. But that's completely up to everyone. And so, that is everything that I could possibly throw down here. So, I'm just going to toss those out, and I'm not going to end up cleaning this mess, so yeah. Thank you everyone for joining me in this grand adventure of, I was about to say Subnautica, of, what's this thing called again? Minecraft lessons. I am losing my mind. Hooray! And without further ado, hopefully everyone learned something. If not, well, at least you came and suffered through trying to watch my embarrassment of a lesson. And yeah. Goodbye.